Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Where to Start, talking to your child about cancer. This video is focused on the preschool age for 3 to 5-year-olds. If you're interested in learning more about communicating with other age groups, please be sure to check out our other videos available on our Life with Cancer YouTube channel. Let's start with the why. Why should we talk about cancer with children? It's completely normal to have worries when talking about cancer with your child. It's natural for parents to want to protect their kids and for them to really want them to be happy. Everything about this conversation feels hard, and likely you've never had to have a conversation with your young child about something this difficult. It may feel new and uncomfortable all at once. However, we don't give kids enough credit for what they may have already noticed, like, for example, maybe they've heard hushed voices, body language, and crying. The intensity of emotions between parents can be something that they might have picked up on. Maybe they recognize that there are more visitors in the home, or that you're gone for longer periods of time at the hospital, or maybe you're staying overnight at the hospital. Young children can be naturally curious about their environment and are capable of understanding the changes around them. All of this can be so confusing to kids, which is why we always recommend honest conversations. It creates an open environment for communication and helps them have language and build understanding around what they may have already been picking up on. When it's not talked about, kids often create their own stories, and that might even be scarier or more stressful than the current reality. When it is talked about, you have a better idea of what they understand, correct any wrong ideas, and provide comfort and reassurance where you can. Research really supports that kid-friendly information reduces worry, fear, and anxiety because it gives them appropriate explanations for the things they have already noticed around them. Setting the stage is an important step for helping your child feel comfortable during a conversation about cancer. It can be helpful to think of ways to help your child feel loved, focused, and comfortable. Preparing yourself is just as important as preparing your children. Consider making sure you have the support you need to. Life with Cancer services are available to talk to you, including the oncology team, a nurse navigator, and other psychosocial staff. Think about what you'd like to share and write it down if that's helpful. Practice with a partner, a supportive friend, or even in the mirror. The more we talk about something, the easier it will be to talk about it in the future. Consider the right time and the right setting, a time that's quiet with no interruptions or screens. And it can be helpful to meet your child's needs ahead of time by giving them a snack or juice or holding the conversation after a meal. Do they have a favorite comfort item? Go ahead and have a few items nearby that could be comforting. Additionally, consider the needs of each individual child in your home, if there are siblings. Decide on a personalized space and environment for each one. Give your child 2 to 3 good options for where they would like for the conversation to take place. For example, you can ask, would you like to have a talk with mommy in your bed, under the fort, or on the couch? There's no right or wrong place, but rather just what fits the needs of your family best. You are still the expert on your child and their individual needs. In your family, it may make sense to have the conversation with each child individually or to talk to them together. And lastly, keep in mind that this is not a one-time conversation. If you don't cover everything or are worried about not having all the answers, that's okay. This is the first conversation, and it's just that. It's the first of many ongoing talks. Next, we're going to talk about things to consider when initiating the conversation with kids in the preschool age group. We want to use simple, concrete information. Ask what ideas they may already have. Maybe you've been going to the doctors more and are easily tired. Have they noticed this? Take your child's lead and pay attention to how they are responding. Use the word cancer and be mindful that they will hear the word cancer frequently around them. And take the time to share where it's located in the body. You can think about using visual examples like a photo or a stuffy to explain further. How the cancer is treated and what treatment may look like could be really important to share. You can take this one step at a time. You don't need to provide the entire treatment plan up front. And talk about how their lives will be affected. What are the ways that you can anticipate this impacting their day-to-day? Use concrete examples to help their understanding. So an example for this could be, who will pick them up from preschool or take them to the park? Will someone else need to know how to cut their sandwiches in the specific way they like? And will another family member be in charge of braiding their hair in the morning? And of course, explaining cancer and what to expect are the most important ways to prepare your child to what may happen next in the family. Next, we're going to talk about what to expect during this conversation from your kids. This information will include what is developmentally appropriate for your child to understand about cancer, as well as what are common reactions that you can expect. Of course, this information varies from child to child, so consider your own child's unique personality, temperament, and experiences as we go through these examples. Your child may likely already have a basic or simple understanding of illness and may or may not have experience with a serious illness or a hospitalization. Magical thinking is when they might believe that their thoughts or actions caused a certain event to occur, such as cancer diagnosis. An example of magical thinking could be, I jumped into mommy's arms too hard last week and now she has cancer there. Or, I was mad at daddy last week and now he has cancer. As the time from the initial diagnosis goes by, you may notice that there are some changes in your child's behavior. They may be acting younger than their age, their reactions to events or decisions may seem more intense than normal, and it's possible that they could ask questions in order to understand what is happening next. It's normal. They may experience separation anxiety. And you may also notice that they will act out their feelings or experiences through play, like if one of their teddy bears gets sick and needs a Band-Aid. Here is an example of some basic language recommendations. We really advise to use simple and concrete language. For example, Mommy has cancer in her chest. No one made the cancer happen. It happened on its own. This medicine may make Mommy more tired or Mommy may throw up. This is normal and to be expected. You can help Mommy by getting her a drink of water. There are books, videos, and other visuals that can be really powerful tools. They provide great examples of concrete language, examples of emotions or thoughts kids may feel, and more. Sometimes it's easier to access a book or a video to help aid your conversation moving forward as your child continues to have questions. You can even use phrases like, let's learn together when using a book or a video. It is also recommended to check in with your child regularly, asking them a simple question like, do you have any new questions for me about my cancer? It's a great way to check in. Thank you for watching our Where to Start Talking to Your Child About Cancer presentation today. If you have any more questions about how to support your child through Life with Cancer resources, you can reach out to us at LWCPeds@inova.org. That's LWCPEDS@INOVA.org. Thank you.